Hi everyone, I'm Penny. Those of you that know me already, you know what I'm all about. Just to let you know, this isn't legal advice, this is procedural advice and actually what I've been through in my process. I've got a big apologies to anyone that has commented on my Facebook and I haven't yet been able to respond, and that's because I don't have a team behind me. So I do apologise for anyone that I haven't responded to. If you get in touch with me via the email address, you most likely get a response as long as your email is not pages and pages, because I don't have time to read everyone's problems. It's very difficult. And then I got a big God bless and thank you to all those truthers that have gone supporting these evictions. It's beautiful what you're doing. I love what you're doing, and I wish you guys could come and join us and assist in opening the door to get the rule of law executed, because many of these truth channels, yes, they'll take you through a part 7, a part 8, you'll pay a fee, which if you look up the word fee, it means a feuding thief, and I don't think anyone wants to be a feuding thief. So this is your choices, whatever anyone chooses. You know, we all have to accept someone else's decisions as long as they're not causing loss, harm and injury to another man or woman. So what I call that is, I don't want followers. I want kings and queens to come and stand with us, and I was hoping this would have happened on Thursday. Maybe I didn't put it out there enough. So I've literally accessed the rule of law, and they're blocking me at the last minute, and they're not telling me it's no good. That's why I know it's good. And they're just not accepting my summons or warrant for arrest, because that is the procedure. Let's just show you here. Now this is a claim that was accepted, and it shows how simple a claim is. With 2 witnesses, this is a private prosecution. And the wording is huge, what you need to use. So my claim, it's at Thames Magistrate Court, not in Thames Magistrate. So you want to be at that court, so it's your court being held in there. I, man prosecutor versus a wrongdoer. Recorded at Thames Magistrate Court. I, man, require a court of record. Trial by jury. The claim, trespass, theft. And then it says, I, man, with my name, claim said wrongdoer trespass upon my property. A trespass did and does harm and injury to my property. The commencements of the wrong and the harm began on this day and continue to this day. I require compensation for the initial and continual trespass upon my property. Compensation due, the theft amount, put the amount there, and then witnesses filed with this claim. You need 2 witnesses to file with your claim. Now this doesn't cost you anything. This is free. It's justice. There's no part 7, part 8. There's no paying 5% of the fee. There is no fee, because you're not a feuding thief. You're looking for justice. And this is to start a private prosecution, and each king and queen has to be their own prosecutor. That's how this works. And then they wanted me to fill in the warrant or summons for arrest, which looks like this. You see, warrant summons for arrest. Within 21 days, they're meant to bring the wrongdoer in, right? So I filled out this in my own way, and I changed 3 words. I changed application to order, because we don't apply, we're not beggars. And I changed plaintiff, I changed it back to prosecutor, because as you can see the court stamp there, they accepted my claim as me as the prosecutor, not the plaintiff. They also accepted my claim as a wrongdoer, not a defendant, the one that calls me the wrong. They're called wrongdoers, they're not called defendants. So the language is very important, guys, very important. This is what I've learned. So I filled out my own summons and warrant for arrest. I went back to Thames Court with my 2 witnesses to be sworn in and to issue the summons and warrant for arrest. Now they've told me there's no one there qualified to do so. Twice I've been there, so I've done my research and I found out that Thames Court isn't even part of the judiciary. How sad is that? So I then found a court that is part of the judiciary because they have resident judges. This is from the judiciary website, and you see they have resident judges. So I feel bad calling out his name, but if you see there, you've got Chelmsford, right? And it's Christopher Morgan, right? So I decided to go to a court where they're on the judiciary. So I've gone there, and it's a Crown Court one side, Magistrate Court the other side. So the lady in the magistrate, the buildings manager, she says there's no judge here, they're on video links, so they can't swear you in. So I've gone there again, and she's not there. So we went there on Thursday. There was only 12 people came with me, and I was hoping there'd be more. And it's a shame because I felt that Thursday would have been done, and it wouldn't have been a good Friday. It would have been a fantastic Friday for everybody. Because once this is accessed, I can show everyone how to do a one-page claim against a wrongdoer. As long as you've got 2 first-hand knowledge witnesses. Even in the King's Bench Guide it says if you have 2 witnesses, first-hand knowledge, you do not need to supply any other evidence. So there shouldn't even be a trial. That's how quick and easy we can get justice. But they're not letting us access it because they've put these corporation in front, and the corporation is His Majesty's Courts and Tribunal Services. Now, they're on justice.gov. So why have we got justice.gov fronting every court in England and Wales when the judiciary is meant to be impartial, have integrity and independence, as it states on here, because this is from the judiciary, and this was actually in one of the magistrate courts in Thames, and I've been having a go at the woman. How dare you? You're trespassing against my claim. But what I realised is, at the top there you can see His Majesty's Courts and Tribunal Judiciary, right? So I'm shouting at this woman like this, holding this, and she's actually laughing at me. And I only realised later on that she's working for His Majesty's Courts and Tribunal Services. And what we've discovered is most of them, they're outside companies, and they're just wearing the jumper or wearing the shirt. This is false representation, right? This is huge. This is a big wrong to everybody in England and Wales. And we need to show them this. We need to show them because the judiciary is proving that it's all there in their literature. Everything is there for us to use. And I have gone down that road and I'm being blocked now. And on Thursday, I was hoping there'll be enough people there that we can force them to swear us in. It's the 4th time I went, me and my 2 witnesses, to be sworn in, because that is the next procedure. And then to bring the wrongdoer in, they've got 21 days to bring that wrongdoer in, right? And it doesn't cost you a penny. There's no fees to pay, so you're not a feudling thief, and you're getting justice. Yeah, we will not sell, delay, or deny the right of justice. And this process that I've been doing, it actually proves that is correct. But they're restricting me at the end. They're not stopping me because they haven't said it's no good. This is how I know it's good. But this is a note from that buildings manager on Thursday to the security. And it's a shame because I had a body cam on and the sound wasn't working. It's got all the video footage but no sound. Over into the Crown Court, a friend of mine, he used my other body camera and that recorded. So I will be uploading that so people can hear that these guys standing in our Crown Courts, in our magistrate courts, wearing HMCTS outfits, they're false representing because they don't even work for HMCTS. It is disgusting and we need to do something about it. And we don't need to go and supporting evictions. We need to use the process, get sworn in and hold the wrongdoer accountable. All these people that are going on all these other websites and all this truth movement, right? I followed a lot of them But all they're going to do is take you down the path where you have to fill out a Part 7 or a Part 8, which is a complaint. You have to pay for it. Since when do we have to pay for justice? Right? So if you want to go down that route, that's a monetary route. You'll be paid to be quiet. That's how I see it. If you're happy to do so, I can't argue with you, as long as you're not causing no one loss, harm and injury. But this lady, she gave this note to the security. This is Chelmsford Magistrate Court. I've been there probably 4 times, but I've been twice to be sworn in. And it says, Karen will not be able to help you any further. So she will not engage in any conversation with you. Any mail, please send to Osprey House. And I went to the Justice Centre in Chelmsford a week before this. And they gave me the number to Osprey House. And when I phoned Osprey House, it said, welcome to His Majesty's Courts and Tribunal Services. We need the judiciary. We don't want a service. We're not here to be serviced. We're here for justice. So, let me just read you what this leaflet says about the rule of law. It says, the rule of law is a set of principles we are all bound by and is a foundation of our society. It means that everyone is subject to the same set of laws, from the police to the government. No one gets special treatment. It also means that we are all protected and have equal rights. That's what it should be. It's in their literature. So we need to implement that. And it's a shame that I didn't have the support on Thursday, because if anything, I would have called the police myself, because they're not following what they should be doing. So let me start with what I've been through in 3 years. Now, I've had loss, harm and injury caused by 50 to 100 police officers. 3 times they've assisted bailiffs. And all of this is recorded on body cam footage, witnesses and voice recordings. I've been forced in prison 3 times. I've had county courts, Edmonton, 5 times caused me loss, harm and injury. I've had the county court in the Royal Courts of Justice twice at least caused me loss, harm and injury. I've had the High Courts. I've had the Court of Chancery, the Queen's Bench, the Supreme Court, all caused me loss, harm and injury, and I haven't harmed a soul there. Magistrates' courts, I've got Barkingside, Thames, Chelmsford, Stevenage, Romford, Willesden, all have caused me loss, harm and injury, and I have all this on evidence. The Crown Court at St Albans, I have 2 hospitals, right? Princess Alexander, attempted manslaughter with my dad. And then I've got Lister, and they have it totally part of the manslaughter. And I've got all the evidence of this. Social services and a care home, manslaughter with an uncle of mine. I've got the old Lord Chief Justice, Ian Burnett, and I've got the Lady Chief Justice, Sue Carr. She actually sent me a generic email back. But Ian didn't respond to anything. His office hung up the phone on me saying this is a public office and I don't have to give you my name. It's ludicrous. But now Sue, her document says she's a private office. So let's do something about this, guys. All right? I've never asked for people to come, and I don't want people to follow me. I just need kings and queens to unite, and let's make this happen. Because once we implement the rule of law, which the rule of law is there, and I've accessed it, they're just not swearing me in. Once they swear us in, it's all over. There is no legal society allowed in that room, and only people with first-hand knowledge. So that's how the rule of law is implemented, right? Well, let me carry on here now. So I've got the Ministry of Justice, Edward Argar, just been ignoring my letters to him. Well, not letters, they're notices for compensation. I've got the Met Police and Essex Police. They conspired to steal my vehicle, my car, my conveyance. See if we have to use different language. Right, and they still haven't told me where my car is, and I went and found it myself. It's ludicrous. I've had all this is evidence, and this is what I've been through in the last 3 years. Everything's been witnessed, and it's on body cam and voice recordings. I've been abused by public authorities that caused a man loss, harm and injury, although I have worked to pay them for the last 36 years to protect me. It has to stop now, guys. Right, so if this is a free world, then something must change. And it would be great if you, lovely souls, the ones that are going and doing these evictions, won't have to do evictions. We just go and open court, bring the wrongdoer in, as long as you've got your 2 first-hand knowledge witnesses. So even if it's videoed, you've got it. So let me get back to what we done on Thursday, after this woman, Karen, just totally said she will not take nothing from me anymore. How has she got the right to do that? She's acting as my judge. So she will be coming into a private prosecution as well, right? And this is what I had to do. I had to find the resident judge from across the road in a Crown Court, and I sat there, and it's a shame because there was professional media there, because the case going on in the Crown Court, I'm not sure, so don't quote me on this, but I think it was some guy from Love Island who recorded a sexual interaction with a girl that she didn't know, put it out on Instagram and everywhere else, and he made loads of money from it. I'm sure she did too. And that was the case that was going on. I sat there for hours through this case, painstaking, just to speak to Christopher, right? He's the resident judge in Chelmsford Crown Court, and that is resident judge from the Judiciary, not HMCTS. And now I'm going to play you my voice recording from that day. I had to run and catch him. I hope you guys can hear this, because I'm going to play it back, and all my uploads, they're raw. I don't edit anything. If I make a mistake, I apologise. It's still going up there.
No, bench.
I have to. Because you are the judiciary and everyone else is HMCTS, and I do apologise for doing this. I didn't want to. I sat there waiting. This is the 4th time, and a private prosecution has been accepted, and all of H. I didn't want to do this. I do apologise. I've been forced. I've been forced.
It's okay.
And I do apologise. It's your fiduciary duty. Look what I've had to do. I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to do this.
Who's the private client?
I am. You are, yes. These are my private clients.
Who are you prosecuting?
An old man.
Right.
It's a conspiracy to defraud, but for me, it's...
Well, you need to go to the magistrate's court.
I've been there. I've been twice.
And what have they done?
Twice in terms. They've accepted the claim, stand on paper, and they wanted summons. I took my summons.
Yes.
And they didn't accept it. They wanted me to change my language back to... because my document is prosecute the claimant against the wrongdoer. They accepted it. They want me to be plaintiff and defendant. And I've changed those 2 words. And then they told me there's no one qualified to swear me in. And so I've come to a court which has obviously judiciary, because they're all HMCTS. And I know they're 2 different entities now. And so I need someone that has a judiciary.
I'm not empowered.
But you are from the judiciary.
Yes, but I'm not empowered to take oaths.
Sorry?
I'm not empowered to take oaths, or indeed initiate the criminal proceedings.
So how do you do this?
You do it
in the magistrate.
You do it in the magistrate.
Correct. So if the magistrate's not doing it, I've had to come and do this, and I'm so bad. I really do. And I do apologise from the bottom of my heart. I sat here waiting. No, I've said this. That's all so much.
I have no power to do it.
But I need someone from the judiciary. Could you? Well, who do I go to if no one's been? HMCTS is not judiciary.
No.
I know this 100% now.
The judiciary for issuing the proceedings is with a magistrate.
Right.
The magistrate will have to have a reason for not issuing the proceedings.
Well, they're not giving me a reason. And I went again today, 2nd time, got 2 witnesses with me to be sworn in. I shouldn't have to do this. There should be justice. Well, I've learned a lot. I've had to learn. And they have now said they will not accept no document from me or any correspondence. And I said, please bring me someone here that can assist us.
Well, you need to go back. I can't help you.
Two magistrates.
I can't help you for this reason.
I've got witnesses when they're there as well.
So they're witnessing this moment too. And I've had a lot of trust officers against me. And I need a good judge to do what's right.
I understand that, but I can't do it. Because to do so would be beyond my judicial powers.
But you're the only one that is part of the judiciary. No one else here is represented. They told you there's no one qualified. What do you want to do? You're the only judicial officer. So I apologise.
I'm not concerned in the circumstances.
The judiciary is ours.
Is that your approach?
Why are they putting agency in?
I do not have the jurisdiction
I believe you
to issue.
You have a judicial.
No.
You do not do a judicial.
That is to try cases. I do not start cases.
What is right to all manner of people. This does not mention Crown Court. It says to all manner of people of the realm without fear, favour, and I need to find someone like you in that position.
That is not instituting private prosecution.
Because if he instituted it, he would
but that has to go through a process of the magistrate.
And it's the second time they come into the Crown, but the first time they having to intervene like this, and I'm so deeply sorry for because
well, what I'm prepared to do for you is if you leave with either security or the court office downstairs, what you want by way of the summons.
Sorry, I just need to get through there.
What you've done in relation to the magistrates, I will ask the senior clerk at the magistrates court what is going on and the reason why they have refused to issue the private prosecutions for you.
Because they work for HMCTS, not the judiciary. They don't have a judiciary fiduciary duty. They've proved it. They've told you.
No. They don't, but they have to communicate with the magistrate who issue the summons.
And the magistrate was tenants. I've got their correspondence. The guy says, thanks, Anita. This guy's a pain in the backside. I'm not taking it. I think you're justice here.
You leave what you think may be of assistance.
From 5 magistrates.
Got
St Albans Crown Court.
I'm sorry.
The Queen's Bench took one of my claims and sent it back to me with a conflict and they sent it to the Queen's Bench. Where did it go? Well, only for this guy. I'll leave what you said. Yes, okay, thank you. Thank you. I will keep you. Thank you. I apologise. Thank you. Bless you as well. Thank you.
That was me in a Crown Court. After the case, he said, cool, he gave the judgment, they said, all rise, and I sat there, and I waited, looked through the gap, saw him go into his chambers, and I ran, and I said, Christopher, and he didn't like it, but you just heard what happened there. So, I'm not talking bullcrap, as people might say. This is real, and this is the way to access the true rule of law. And I'm there and I'm knocking on the door. So I would love kings and queens to support this, and I'm going to give them one last chance, because all the loss, harm and injury that I have suffered, well, I shouldn't say suffered, that I have endured, right, from these corporate entities, right, all the way to the Supreme Court, right, I have a right to justice, and if they don't give it to us, then the next thing is we're going to start doing the evictions, and we start in the council, and this gives me authority to do so, to evict the council and evict the police in my area and put people protectors there, right? Because people are not being protected. It's corporations, and I've got evidence that my council was incorporated 1st of April 1974. Now, it shouldn't be incorporated if they're working for the people. Okay, so I think I've got 4 minutes left on this recording. Let me just read this to you from the Judiciary, right? And this is a speech from the Queen in 1968, and they've republished it. If you look at the date there, yeah, I think that's 1st of June, Yep, 1st of June 2022. Right? And this says, Her Majesty said, the judiciary is one of the oldest and most honourable branches of the service of the Crown. It is also one of the most vital because, as the yearbooks tell us, the law is the highest inheritance of the King. And this is vital now. For both he and all his subjects are ruled by it. And if there was no law, there will be neither king nor inheritance. That is true today as it was 5 centuries ago. The attachment of our people to the law is the foundation of our constitution and our civilization. As the independent custodians of the law, the judges bear a direct and personal burden of responsibility, which makes their office a lonely and difficult one. We are fortunate that our judges are worthy inheritors of the great traditions of their predecessors. As our world becomes more complex, so the task of doing justice between man and man and state becomes more difficult and even more important. I have so many documents here, all from the judiciary, right, that are explaining our rule of law and what they should be doing. This is the oaths. I took this, yeah, for this Judge Christopher. And if anyone knows Christopher Morgan, please, because this is public knowledge. I'm not putting his name out there. It's not private knowledge. It's public knowledge. There's his name, right? So if anyone knows him or anyone a family member of him, go and give him a nudge, because he can go down in the history books. We need a judge that's going to do exactly what it says on the tin. And this is the oath, a judicial oath, right? There it is, judicial oath, and it's on the judiciary, not HMCTS. And it says, I do swear by Almighty God that I will well and truly serve our sovereign, King Charles III, in the office of, which a judge, whatever he is, in the judiciary, and I will do right to all manner of people after the laws and usages of this realm, without fear or favour, affection or ill will. It doesn't mention only when you're trying a case. So that, sorry Christopher, I think there was a bit of porcupines going on there. But I do understand, because you probably know what's going on, Christopher, and you're probably scared to do what's right. But that's no good, because it says, yeah, the Queen said it's a lonely place, but they're doing what they should be doing. I have so many here, but my time's run out. I think I've got 48 seconds. So I'm going to leave this there, and I'm going to do a part 2 for this one. All right, again, God bless you all. And people have my number. If you want to unite, let me know. Yeah? You can send me an email. I did write my number down again. We've got 27 seconds. So what I would like, Gary Waterman to get in touch. Richard Bobes, Laura Nina, Bannerman, and Chris Brooks. You've got plenty of subscribers. You guys are out there. The Truth Movement know who you are, and you're doing great work. So get in touch with me so we can process this correctly and lawfully. It's that easy, guys.